Hi everyone, thank you for joining. I'm just going to give it another minute to give a few more people a chance to join. Hi everybody, welcome to today's webinar where I'm going to talk to you about how to complete bulk actions. My name is Casper, and for those of you who don't know who I am, I'm a part of the support team and been with Workbooks for just over a year now. I'm joined by my colleague Ansel, who will be monitoring the questions and will be on hand for any technical issues in the background. She may respond to you while I'm talking. As some of you may know, we are currently running a series of webinars, so thank you to those who have attended previous sessions. I hope you're able to gain some useful tips or skills which have helped you so far. For those of you who are joining for the first time, we're running a series of webinars every other Wednesday at 4 p.m. GMT. If you've missed any of the previous sessions, these can be found on our website, and on your screen now you should be able to see the program topics we've covered so far, as well as next week's topic. So we hope to see you on lots of the sessions moving forward. Alternative to these sessions, we do also offer a monthly 2-day on-site reporting course. We cover certain topics in more depth to build your reporting skills and knowledge. Alternative to this, we also have a sysadmin course. If you'd like more information about this, please reach out to your account manager and they can go through the details of booking the course. So with today's topic being bulk actions, this means we'll be focusing on how you can complete changes on multiple records at the same time. The agenda consists of what bulk actions are, what actions can be taken, how these actions can be undone, and generally some things to keep in mind. And I would like to note that this session is being recorded and will be sent to everyone after the webinar. So bulk actions can be really helpful. Just to give you an overview of what they are and what they can do, they do have their own landing page and the navigation path is just on the slide. You should just keep in mind that what you can do here depends on your capabilities. Things like updating or deleting records each have their own capability. If you're a system administrator, you have nothing to worry about. If not, you may need to ask your system admin for the capability if you don't have it. You can only perform bulk actions on records which have landing pages. By this I mean records such as people, opportunities, organizations, rather than something like line items or notes. And you can also run bulk actions on reports. So if you have a report which has a filtered down view using criteria you wouldn't be able to apply on a regular landing page, you can also really helpfully run those changes from here. So to cover the main bulk actions in today's webinar, I've starred the ones I'll be demonstrating, but I will still talk about the other types. I would say that the most used ones I've seen are bulk update and bulk delete, but all of them can be helpful. So here are the other two that I won't be demonstrating today, but you could create activities for multiple records if you wanted to add reminders to call the customer. And then when it comes to recalculating permissions, if you've modified sharing permissions, you would need to do this to update the permissions on records. For more information on this, I would really recommend viewing our webinar on sharing permissions. I did also want to touch on undoing bulk actions. Similarly to if you delete records, undoing is available for 30 days. As you can see, I've added a note there that bulk actions cannot be undone if the record has been modified since. For instance, if I reassigned a bunch of opportunities to another member of the team, then one of them was manually reassigned again to someone else. When trying to undo the action, it would run into an error for that record and not make any changes. It would still change the ones that were unchanged. Cool. So I'll just jump into Workbooks. Here we are. So now we're in Workbooks. I'm going to walk through a few different scenarios and show you how bulk actions can help along the way. So this morning, my manager gave me a CSV file to import into Workbooks. I've completed that. And here are the organizations. I only work with UK customers, but I can see in the CSV file, the country value wasn't applied. It must have been missing from the file. But I can very easily bulk update this now. To do this, I'll just need to go to the bulk actions button on the landing page, and this will only apply to the rows visible based on my current filters. So I'll go here and click update. This will then provide a list of all of the fields on organizations that can be updated. So I will go and find country, click that. I'll zoom in just a sec. There we go. And I will, since I only work with customers in the UK, set that to United Kingdom. You are also able to set this to blank if need be. So I will save and close that. I have the option to modify other fields if need be, but I don't need to. So I'll do update. Yes. And I'll get a notification that this has been queued, and I'll get a notification once it's complete. Whilst that's working away, I did just want to note that within the bulk action section, you'll see that organizations can be added to campaigns, mailing lists, mail shots. While it is possible to add them to these things, you cannot directly communicate with organizations. Instead, you would need to add people to campaigns and mailing lists instead. So we can go check the status of our bulk action by going to the start menu, bulk changes, and then bulk actions. Oh, and there we go. Just got a notification telling me that it's finished. So if I get back to my organization landing page, refresh, you can see that it's filled out United Kingdom for all of those organizations. Great. So I'm actually going on holiday. I'm going to Hawaii. Very exciting. So before I go, I need to assign out my cases so that they can still be worked on. So I'm going to go to bulk actions, reassign, and I need to assign these to Caroline. I'll just reassign those. Yes. Cool. So that will then reassign all of the cases in this view to Caroline. Although I can see this case has high priority, so it might need to be looked at sooner by someone else in the team. So just go and check on the progress here. I can see that it's been queued, and the amount of time that a bulk action takes really depends on the number of records that you're updating. So this one should be pretty quick since it's only 5. Whilst I'm on the cases landing page, I'll just go over the create tasks bulk action. Here you can create tasks based on your record templates. So if I were just to do a regular task for these cases, if I were to go through with this, I can set all of these values for each activity, which would then be linked to each one of those cases. So there'll be 5 activities created. I'll just close that for now. And hopefully, there you go, complete. So these 5 cases, if I click on them, should now be assigned to Caroline. There we go. As I said, this one is higher priority, so I'm actually going to reassign it manually to Andy Bean. Close that. So the view is just refreshed. All of them have disappeared because they're no longer assigned to me. Great. One last thing before I'm on my flight to Hawaii. The other part of my import that I completed this morning, so I imported organizations, and I also imported some people records. Before I go on holiday, my manager asked if I can send out an invite to our Christmas party to the people that I imported. Though I did import some people without any email addresses. So I'm going to go through and delete these now in a bulk action, as I can see that some of them are duplicates and others perhaps we're just not ready to communicate with yet. So again, I'll go to bulk actions at the top of the landing page. Oh, not quite yet, almost deleted everyone. I'll need to add another filter. Email is blank, apply those filters. There we go. So I just have the records I need to delete. I'll complete bulk action, delete. Do you want to delete 6 people? Yes. Delete. Fantastic. So that should complete in the background now. Whilst it is, I will just go over what is within the bulk action sort of layout once it's completed or in progress. So you'll be able to see what type of action was completed. In this case, it was a reassignment, so it tells me who they were then assigned to. The bulk action name will contain this as well, including my name and the time that it was completed at. It will tell me how many records were targeted, and then whether there were any failures, rejections, or deletions. So I'll refresh this. I can see that it's now deleted those people. So if I get rid of my email is blank filter, everyone should have an email. Fantastic. So now that they've been deleted, I'll add the remaining people that I've imported into the marketing campaign. So I'll go to bulk actions, add to campaign, and then it's the Christmas event. There we go. Might be a little early, but got to make sure people know that we're holding the event. So I'll set the status to unknown, as we're not sure if they want to attend yet at all. And I'll just add marketing campaign members. Yes. Great. And then once that's complete, I'll go into one of the people here and show you that it's connected to that marketing campaign. Oh no. My flight's just been cancelled. I can't go on holiday anymore. Great. Well, I can't go on holiday anymore, so I might as well take back my cases now. So within my bulk actions or all bulk actions page, you can just find your bulk action that you want to undo, and you would find that there's an undo button. Very simple. You just click undo. You'll get an extra message saying, are you sure? Yes. That is a shame. Okay. And there we go. So just jumping back to the people now. I click on Arthur Dent. Oh, spoilers. I get to memberships. I can see that he's now been added to the Christmas event with a member status of unknown. So he'll be included in any future communications for that. So let me go check my reassign bulk action. And I can see it's failed for one of the records. Failed to undo changes. Record has been updated after it was updated by this import job. So if you remember when I was speaking about undoing bulk actions in my slides, this record has now been reassigned to Andy instead of Caroline, so it can't be handed back to me by the undo. I would have to go manually visit that case and reassign that back to myself if I wanted it again. Cool. The other bulk action that I will quickly mention, and this can be done on any record, is recalculate permissions. As I said, you may need to do this if you updated the sharing permissions for a record within configuration if you have advanced security. For a demonstration on how to do this, if you've not already seen it, I really recommend watching Ansel's webinar on this. But essentially, the permissions on the record would be refreshed to match the sharing policy that you set up. Cool. So, to recap, we've looked at what bulk actions are and how they can save time when updating multiple records, explored the different types of bulk actions available within workbooks, covered how to undo bulk actions when necessary and a possible error to watch out for if records have been updated since, and generally some best practices. And as a reminder, if need be, you can always complete these bulk actions from reports if the filtering on a landing page doesn't refine your data enough. So let's see if we have any questions. Okay, so Ella wants to know, are these changes audited? Yes, all changes from bulk actions will be audited on the records, saying that the user who ran the bulk action made that change, and that's also visible within the bulk actions landing page, as I pointed out, as that user's name will be on that bulk action. And then we've got Mo, who asks, is it possible to undo bulk actions partially? Unfortunately not, so all will need to be undone. If you did want to group your bulk actions for partial undos, you would need to complete multiple smaller bulk actions. But you can only undo a complete bulk action. And then Frank asks, if I have multiple values I want to put in a field, can this be done at the same time? So by that, I think you mean, can you put different values, say, I don't know, you're updating different cities? Unfortunately not. You wouldn't be able to update multiple values within the same field. You can update multiple fields with different values, but to update multiple records in the same field with different values, that would need to be multiple bulk actions or via an import, as covered in our last webinar. That seems to be it for now. Okay. If there are no other questions, our next webinar is on setting up email to case, where you'll be learning how to create new and existing cases and update existing cases via email, and this will be on November 12th at 4 p.m. GMT. Until then, if you do need help with a report, you can check out our knowledge base. For support contacts, you can get a hold of the support team either by email, phone, or using our case portal, and you can also reach out to your account manager. And finally, we do have some videos on our website on the following topics: user training, reporting, importing, and system administration. And you'll be able to find the recording for this webinar along with our previous ones at the link on the screen and selecting webinar recordings. And that's everything for this session. Thank you for attending, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one.